My dear sisters and brothers, it is God's love which made Him create us in His own likeness and image. When someone makes something, generally it has to follow what that person has done to it. Supposing a car is prepared, then they have to operate it the way it has been formed. So you have to conform to the rules of how to make it function. But God, when He made us, He gave us the freedom to obey Him or to obey ourselves in conforming to this likeness and image of God. And the temptation always is to do it on our own, to be God ourselves. And that's what sin is. None of us know what's going to happen next. None of us know anything about ourselves. We rely totally on God, and that is why we need to trust in Him and not in ourselves. But we go on trusting in ourselves because we think that things will work the way we want it. And then we get frustrated. Then if it does not, then we can begin to manipulate things. Then we go to an extent that what we want should be done. None of us need to be told about this. We know this. And this is what sin does to us. Are we happy when we do that? Some may say yes. But I don't think that is true happiness, because you do not have the peace within you. So my dear sisters and brothers, when God created us in His own likeness and image, He wanted us to conform to His ways for each one of us. There was none who could do this. He tried very hard, right through. He did many things, like gave the 10 Commandments. It was external. Then He wrote it in His heart. And yet, man could not conform to what God wanted him or her to do. Then He sent His Son, so that in His Son we may experience once again confirmation to God. And how did He do this? In one man, Adam, all this had come. In now the new man, the Son of God, the new creation has begun. He has conformed to God's will completely, and that was revealed at the baptism and at the transfiguration. This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Listen to Him. My dear sisters and brothers, Jesus today, as we have seen, has taken upon Himself our sin. And when He did this, the negative that was coming upon Him, He never uttered a word. He was always silent, and He spoke only to clarify and to give the right direction for them to understand what Scripture was already saying about Him. And in conformity not only to Scripture, but to the reality of His obedience to the Father, things were happening. And the Jews, the Pharisees, knew that, and yet they just remained in denial. But there were simple people who saw it, and they believed in Him. My dear sisters and brothers, faith has been given to us so that Jesus, who has conformed to God's plan, of saving us through Him and His obedience, Jesus is with us. He has been given to us as we saw yesterday. He comes right into us, and from within He helps us to conform to the likeness and image of God. How? By our surrender to Him who is conforming to God in us. That is what we are called to in Jesus, because all of us are inserted into Him, and He in all of us is doing what the Father wants to do through each one of us. That is what He did. When blood and water flowed, He formed His church, His body, all of us. And how did He do that? He gave His mother to the Son and the Son to the mother. It is a representation. So all of us are in Jesus, and Mother Mary is there to accompany Jesus in us so that we can become the beloved of the Father, in whom He can trust in us, because Jesus in us is helping us to do the will of the Father. It is so very clear what Jesus has done for us. But we will understand this not with our intellect, but with our faith and with our trust in Jesus. What we need to do is believe. Sometimes we can't see, but we need to believe. Look at how we should now go about. When someone says something not so good to us, what do we do normally? We react immediately. We react in such a way that it might be overt or covert. It might be outside. We may say a few bad words. We may do something wrong, go and hit the person. Or it might be internal. Okay, I'll show you. I'll say some bad words from within. And so we are all the time attacking the other. Why is the other acting like that? We are not able to see. And we cannot see because we are also the same. But when we experience this and take it to Jesus, then we will experience a certain calm. We will be able to give it to Him, and He will then show us what is happening to the other. We will become present to the other, and that's what love is. He told us, love the other as I have loved you. But we can't do it. We can do it through Him who is dwelling in us, so that in our surrender to Him, He will act in our place to give them the good things, the understanding, the encouragement, even to laying down one's life for them. And that's what we have seen the martyrs do. But not only martyrs there, we have martyrs here also. Many of you who in Jesus are laying down your life for your partner, for your children, for your neighbor, for others, for the country and for the world. Yes, it is only in that way. So my dear sisters and brothers, we are called to bring our experiences to Jesus so that in Him we are able to respond to the other the way He has told us, love as I have loved you. And this will always remain. Let this Good Friday be an occasion for us not to trust in ourselves, but to trust in Jesus who is dwelling in us, and to allow Him to live, love, and work through our thoughts, words, and deeds. Let us just close our eyes for a while. Is Jesus truly the King of my life? Do I go to Jesus for intercession? He is the priest that mediates between the Father and me. Let us make a surrender of ourselves to Him of our thoughts, of our words, of our behavioral patterns, with the same prayer that Saint Francis Xavier surrendered himself to Jesus. Take, O Lord, and receive all my liberty, my memory, my understanding, and my entire will, all that I have and possess. You have given all to me. To you, O Lord, I return it. All is yours. Dispose of it wholly according to your will. Only give me your love and your grace, for that is sufficient for me.